All right, all my shiny demons out there in the YouTube world, this is Lethal Riding Company, and we are clocked in. It is officially demon time here in the hottest place on earth, Phoenix, Arizona. And it is finally time to present to you my review of the InMotion V11. Now, I've read a lot online, and I've heard from a lot of EUC riders that the V11, it's a bit of a delicate wheel, mostly street rider, kind of ideal for trails because it is a suspension wheel, but a lot of people say that it's fragile and it can't be jumped. But I am here to prove those comments wrong. So before we get started, everybody just close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes with me. I want you to forget everything and anything you've heard about the V11, because it is time to show you that this thing is an absolute beast on the trails, and it absolutely can jump with the big boys like the RS. Now, before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to my local EUC community, EUC AZ. If you're curious about getting into EUC, or if you ride at EUC and you are not currently part of your EUC community, I need you to get on Facebook right now and get together with them. I realized that during the filming of this video, I forgot to leave this portion out, but this is one of the most important thing about riding electric wheels is your community. Your community is going to show you new things. They're going to help you out with things that you never knew about your wheel. They can even help you with repairs. And if you haven't bought a wheel yet, a lot of these people are nice enough to let you ride theirs to see if you like it. Now, our EUC community is ran by one of my best friends and one of the shiniest demons. His name is Nick Gasmenta. I hope I pronounced your last name right, my brother. But I just want to give a huge thanks to him just for welcoming me into the community, and also for providing some of the video footage of the jumps later on in this video. Now, Nick, you are one of my best friends. Some people are born great, and some people have greatness thrust upon them. So I hope you don't mind me thrusting upon the EUC AZ leader role upon you, but you are absolutely our leader, and I look up to you. You've shown me a lot of things. He has a great YouTube channel that is about our community and about anything EUC and electric vehicle. So check out the description below, because I will link his YouTube channel and you can check out his videos there. This is Spooky. Say hi. Now anyway, before we get started, if you are a lover of EUC, one wheel, electric scooter, or any type of electric vehicle, I dare you to go bonk that like button, and I better see full send onto the subscribe button. All right, all my shiny demons, we are officially clocked in, and it is demon time. This is Lethal Riding Company reporting to you from the hottest place on earth, Tempe, Arizona, and I am out here once again in the beautiful oasis in the desert, Tempe Town Lake. Now, I'm currently on my InMotion V11, and I just wanted to make this quick little intro video to let you know that I'm going to be going over a lot of the specs on this. We're going to be taking this on the street. We're going to be getting this up to top speed. I'll be going over how fast this thing goes, how far it goes, and then we're also going to be taking this thing on some trails. I'll hit the skate park, and then after that, we are going to hit the bike park and actually jump this thing. Now, the V11 is a suspension wheel. Let's stop real quick. Take a look at this thing. Now, the V11 normally comes with a slick tire, but I've put a knobby tire on it, which is pretty much an off-road tire, which makes it a whole lot more suited for off-road and a dream on the trails. Now again, this wheel is a suspension wheel, which means it has a suspension built into it, which a lot of EUCs don't. Now, I've ridden on suspension wheels before. I particularly can't stand them. Most of my friends ride a non-suspension wheel, but a lot of people say that the V11 is a delicate wheel, and in some ways it is, but I'm here today to prove that this thing is not only for the streets and not only for the trails, it can be jumped. And I will prove that to you guys later on in this video. Now, if you are a lover of any type of personal electric vehicle, one wheel, EUC, or scooters, I'm really gonna need you guys' support. So I dare you to go bonk that like button, and I better see full send over to the subscribe button. All right, my shiny demons, I am out here on this pathway to Papago. That wasn't really supposed to sound so epic like that, the pathway to Papago. But we are heading out to Papago to hit some trails, but there's this nice paved road on the way there that we're gonna really catch some speed. And before we get started, I know what you're thinking. Why am I out here dressed like a SoundCloud Power Ranger or something like that? Well, hey, we're about to do some pretty gnarly stuff on this V11, and it is safety first here at Lethal Riding Company. I know you like looking at my beautiful mug, but we're gonna have to protect this beautiful mug, and I better see my shiny demons out there protecting their beautiful mugs, okay? Now, even though some of y'all are a little bit ugly, you're beautiful to me. Now, speaking of ugly, here's my V11. Let's take one more look at this thing before we get started. Now, I don't want to particularly say ugly because she's beautiful to me again, but you can definitely see there's a little bit of wear and tear because I have definitely sent this thing to the Shadow Realm and back. Believe me, I will show you later. Now, this thing, again, is a suspension wheel. I'm going to go over that a little bit more and kind of show the suspension in action and just let you know I think it's an absolutely smooth ride. Now, this trail we're about to get on, this pathway we're about to get on, I'm going to go into speed a little bit. We're going to talk about the speed, we're going to talk about the range, and then again, we're going to hit some demon time, baby. All right, so let's get going, and we'll get a little bit more into the specs of this device. All right, so how fast does the InMotion V11 take a shiny demon? The InMotion team suggests that you really only take this thing about 30 miles an hour or so, but I've easily gotten this thing up to 35 miles an hour many times. Now, heed my warnings here. You don't want this thing to cut out. You may have seen my one wheel video where I was talking about nosedives, but a cutout is the equivalent to a nosedive. Now, you do not want to nosedive or cut out on any friggin' electric vehicle because it is extremely dangerous, so heed the warnings of your wheel. You will feel what's called tilt back if you get a little bit too fast. Now, what you're going to want to do, if you feel tilt back, just slow down a tad bit. Brace yourself. In the beginning, when you first start EUC, you may feel speed wobbles. But anyway, let's make a quick U-turn, and then we'll try to get this thing up to speed. Now let's get this thing up to speed. You can see this thing handles the road extremely easy. Thank God for that suspension. Absolutely smooth. Now, EUCs are built for speed. V11 is not particularly a speed wheel because there are much faster wheels, but man, 35 miles is more than good for me for now. All right, now let's talk about range. How far will the InMotion V11 take a shiny demon? Now, InMotion advertises the V11 being able to go 60 miles plus under ideal conditions. Now, when we're talking about ideal conditions, we're talking like 20, 25 miles an hour with like a 150-pound rider. Now, I weigh about 160 pounds, and if you're taking this thing up to speed and riding it on trails, expect about 50 miles or less if you're lucky. 50 miles street, a little bit less if you're hitting trails. Now, if you take this thing to the bike park and you're jumping it, it'll last all day. It's beautiful. Now, one downside to EUC is the time it takes to charge. It takes a whole lot longer than a one wheel, but definitely not as long as like an electric scooter. But yeah, when you need a charge with the regular InMotion charger, don't quote me on this, but expect about 6 hours to get a full charge. You can get a rapid charger, which is, not the greatest to use very frequently, but I use mine all the time and it definitely helps. So there's not really much more to say about range. I mean, EUC, it goes, without saying, it's awesome range. Any EUC gets decent range. This one, you know, under ideal conditions, 60, expect about 40 to 50 depending on how you're riding it. But again, you know, that's an absolute beast of a machine for the price that you pay for this thing. Right now, I'm on my way up to the Papago Bike Park. So we're gonna show you a little bit of trail action, how this thing rides on the trails, and how it climbs mountains like a friggin' beast. So I'm tuning out for now, but we will be to the bike park shortly and pick up from there. All right, my shiny demons. We made a nice little commute from the city over there, down this path, all the way over here, and we are pretty much at Papago Park. One of my favorite things about Arizona is you could just pretty much be riding on the street and then boom, path right there. Trail, ready for you to ride. But anyway, we are going to show you how the V11 handles on the trails. I'm gonna get up close on the wheel so you can kind of see the suspension in action. And then after that, we're gonna get into a little bit more crazy stuff that I know you will enjoy, so stay tuned. But anyway, let me hop on this bad boy and we're gonna hit this trail. Now, the V11 is almost meant for the trail. Some people will detest that, but with a knobby tire and this suspension, it is an absolute monster on the trail. I've ridden this thing many times with my friends on the trails, and it fares really well. You just do not want to get a flat tire. Now again, I upgraded this tire to a knobby tire, which handles this terrain so much better than the slick tire that it comes with. Change the tire at your own discretion. I did it myself a few times. It's not very hard. Maybe in the future I'll make a teardown video. But we're currently climbing a hill, bumping over these rocks with absolute ease. All right, we're coming up on some pedestrians here. Gonna be polite. Now, I know we are on demon time, but out on the trails and out on the streets, you will see pedestrians. So you need to be polite and respect them, okay? We're pretty much gonna get up to this monument up here. Getting off the trail for just a moment. But we're going right back. Hunt's Tomb, baby. Let's get it. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna climb this hill to this monument up here, just to show you how easily the V11 handles a hill. Let's see if we could hop this curb here. Whoop. Anyway, we can see how easily the V11 climbed that hill and how not so easily I got up that curb. But anyway, we're at the top of the mountain here at Hunt's Tomb. Now, Hunt was an ancient Egyptian mummy, and he traveled from Egypt to Arizona. No, I'm just kidding. I'm literally kidding. I have no idea who Hunt is. Hunt's Tomb. No disrespect, but this is some Illuminati looking stuff here, so we're not going to spend too much time. Now, again, you can see I got some protection on my V11, but again, that's because I've banished this thing to the shadow realm and back. So there's a little bit more trails here. I'm going to hit the hill going downhill. Then we're going to go hit the Papago Bike Park, and then we're going to climb some steeper hills and kind of show you some more rugged off-road terrain. So let's get up to the edge here. Pretty much going to bomb this whole mountain here. All right, loose rock is not your friend. All right.
Again, thank goodness for this this suspension. All right, so I'm on another trail here at Papago, a little bit smoother of a trail, just to show you how this thing handles on smooth, more packed dirt, less hill area. But this is one of my favorite places to ride. You may have seen it in my one-wheel review video. But yeah, let's check out this butter. Now this is a little bit more single track type, smooth packed dirt trail here. You can really see the suspension doing its work here. We're going to hit a little area up here that is pretty technical. It's nice and smooth dirt, but it definitely has some more technical hills and berms. Again, on this packed dirt, this knobby tire is handling these turns very easily. When I did not have a knobby tire, leaning into a turn like that would make me skid out and my wheel would fall out from under me. But with this knobby tire, it's really digging into the dirt and doing its job on the trail. All right, so I'm gonna cruise up here just a little bit further. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna cruise up here just a little bit further. We're gonna get to the technical area of Papago, and I'm gonna show you how the V11 handles that. And then we're gonna get into the real demon time. We're gonna hit the skate park, and then we are going to hit the bike park and hit some gnarly jumps, all right? All right, so here we are, marker 30 in Papago Park. This is one of the more technical trails. I hit that technical mountain earlier and went down, but this is more of an actual straight trail that has some more technical hills and berms, so hopefully I don't wipe out. All right, so up here, we're gonna get a pretty steep hill. Nothing that the V11 can't handle. Oh, right up, easy, very easy. We got another pretty steep hill here. Went right up that with ease. So, I'm gonna do a little bit more of this trail. Now, if you're new to EUC and you don't know where the cool local trails are, get with your local community. Your community is going to know all the cool places to ride. They're going to take you on group rides, and you're going to have an absolute blast and learn a lot of new things. I'll talk about our community in just a little bit, but first I'm going to finish shredding this trail here. Go through the Sleepy Hollow tree. Now, I haven't touched on it a whole lot yet, but I bought an RS, a Begode RS, because I really thought that that was going to take me to the next level in my EUC game and really take me on higher jumps and whatnot, but due to it not having a suspension, I was just so completely uncomfortable doing anything aside from riding on the streets. And I know I should probably learn how to ride suspension and non-suspension, but it's just not for me. The V11 is an absolute wonder, and I love riding this thing on the trails and the streets, and it is absolutely capable of jumping and doing the crazy things that an RS can, and I'm going to prove that to you later on in the video. Now, let's enjoy this trail just a little bit more. Again, I appreciate all you shiny demons staying tuned this long. And if you like this type of content, I dare you to go bonk that like button, and I better see full send over to the subscribe button. All right, now time to get into the real demon time. Let's go jump this thing, and we're either gonna send it to the moon or we're gonna send it to the shadow realm, baby. Demon time. All right, so we've pretty much gone over speed, range, how this thing handles on the trails, but now it is demon time. All right, we are here at the Papago Bike Park. Now, the jumps here are a little bit soft, so we're not going to be doing any jumping, but I'm going to definitely show you how this thing does as far as climbing and going down hills, and show you how much of a beast it is. Now, again, I have altered my V11 with a knobby tire. You can absolutely do this with the stock slick tire, but the knobby tire makes a world of the difference. Now, let's get into this thing. As you can see up here, we're gonna have to climb this little hill to get into the bike park, so we're gonna hit a little U-turn. Go right up this dirt hill. Now, again, the suspension on this thing makes the V11 an absolute dream. It makes it absolutely easy to climb up steeper hills and more difficult terrain. Let's hit this bump. I'm gonna hit it fairly straight legged just so you can see. Now on a non-suspension wheel, that would have threw you into a little squirrely mess. Now, we're getting up to the top of the little bike path here, and again, I just want to show you guys how much of a beast this thing is at bombing and climbing hills. Hey, little jump there at the end. Beautiful, easy.
All right, demon time. Here we are at the bike park. I'm hitting this shorter but wider jump. Could have got a little bit more speed on that one, but V11 handled it like a dream. On to the next one. Bike park again, jumping this little table jump here. Again, the suspension gives you a nice little pop at the end and gives you some nice air. Makes the landing a dream. Easy. All right, now, this was the big boy. I was pretty proud of this one. It took me definitely a few tries and some crashes, but landed that one. V11 made it absolutely easy. Not easy, but comfortable. Here's another angle. Again, I was really proud of this one. Here is a little bit of footage of me shredding at the skate park. Told you I'd hit the skate park a little bit. The bowls are a lot of fun to hit, and I mean, unless you just like going in a straight line and going really fast, this is a lot of fun too, and does not kill your battery, so you can do this all day. The skaters don't particularly care for it sometimes, but hey, we're all here to have some fun, right? All right, on to the next one. Little concrete jump at the skate park. Boom. Easy. Overshot that one. Here, I figured I'd include a few cool little tricks I did. This is me hopping up on this wavy structure here, riding it, and then down at the end. Yeah, it makes the landing very comfortable. That trick was actually pretty hard, but really comfortable. Here's me going down a huge flight of stairs. This was actually really easy on the V11. Here's me slowing down the footage so you can really see the suspension doing its work. I've done this on a non-suspension wheel, which again is not terribly hard, but the V11 just makes it an absolute dream. I think I have one more angle of this coming up. Yeah, here we go. Again, you can just see me gliding down the stairs. Nothing for a shiny demon. All right, all you shiny demons, thank you once again for tuning in. It is almost time to clock out on Demon Time here at Lethal Riding Company headquarters. Now, before we go, I just want to give one more thanks to my good friend and my shiniest demon, Nick Gasmenta. I truly appreciate you recording me on those jumps and providing me that video footage. And again, I truly appreciate you leading our EUC AZ group into infinity and beyond. I love you, brother. Again, check out the link in the description to check out his YouTube channel. I hope you liked my review of the V11, and I hope that I have proven to you that this thing is an absolute beast, and it can hold up with the big boys. Now, if you like this type of content, I absolutely need your support, so I better as a matter of fact, I dare you to go bonk that like button, and I better see full send to the subscribe button.